watch this because I'm doing it slow enough to where it's easy to keep track of, and you know, you can look away and look back, and you know, you won't really miss the different techniques in between, because I'm showing the techniques for a sustained amount of time. So there's a benefit to not using time lapse and walking through it. So I think this needs a little bit more over here to make it pop a little bit more. What are you thinking then? Excuse me. Alright, so let's go to the next color. Let's probably go to maybe the green. Let's see how this green looks in there. It's going to leave a dark underline. Let's not use that. You see how those merge right there? It's a little bit more bright. That'll be a good transition. No, I need to save that. Blue. Let's go to blue. And try and hit odd spots in between all the colors you already laid down. We'll start fanning it out. And it's good to swipe up, down to make it look just a little bit more random. Once again, right through here, these lines are going to go with the direction that it's unfolding, wrapping around. Can't forget about that. Some of them you got to make a little bit more well defined. To make it stand true later. We'll let blue dominate the remainder. This is the first extended video that I'm making for my YouTube channel, so if you do end up watching this, know that, and I appreciate you watching. If you want to like and subscribe, that would be cool too. I appreciate it. This is more of a hobby for me than, you know, it's not really a job, so when I get spare time and you know, I want to do something, I'll try and share it. And I hope you all enjoy it, maybe learn something new, and you know, don't be afraid to recommend things that you'd like to see me do in the notes. And I will try and make it happen. I'll write it down, and I'll keep your ideas, and you know, so we can share it with everybody. I'll do that for the simple fact that not everybody has the ability to do it or knows how. There's a bit of a learning curve, so that is something to keep in mind. We're going to use this beautiful, it's like a pinkish violet color over here. You can see it. Let's see what it looks like when it blends with blue. And so we got those mixes, and we'll make red with that one, and let's get the blue back out here so we can see what it looks like. Yeah, it's going to bring some good highlights. Okay, so let's go ahead and start here from the bottom. And it's just basically the same thing, filling in space, you know, trying to overlap too much, but have just enough. There's a reason I'm doing it like this, and it'll all come together, and you'll see, and it'll make sense, okay, I promise. And I don't think you'll be disappointed. This is a style of drawing that I had developed, and it's just a little bit different, you know. I call it, it's like a kind of like a tie-dye blur painting, you know, with brush tip pens. I don't even know what style you'd call it. I don't know if there is a name for it already. Let's get some color in here. And if you think you see like a spot that might have like nothing in it, that just, you know, sometimes like right here there's like nothing there, so you know, so I can do this one. And even if you put too much, looks like it's going to be too much in one spot, flaws end up being some of the best mistakes, you know. Like this, highlight this outer border all with a lot, and sometimes the, you know, you'll see what I mean. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Alright. We got some good color coming in there. We're going to make this inside just a little darker down here. Looks like I missed a bunch of orange through there, huh? Let's go ahead and add that in real quick. Put some orange in there. Not too much. Maybe a little bit of orange down here too, just randomly. Why not? Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Now, and I didn't put the cap back on this like I should have when I started using that other color. Oh, that's looking pretty good, huh? I think got a pretty decent variety of colors in there now. So, alright. What are we gonna do now? Let's get that, which green were we gonna get? That's not green. Alright, we got the green. We'll use this again later. A little bit of green. Need some green. Now we can get a little sloppier. Start merging colors. Get that tie-dye effect. We can get a little sloppier towards the end because we want to see colors start blending together and mixing on the paper and kind of soaking. Even color of the white and the colors all at the same time. Oop, I went out of the color. I went out of the line right there. You see that? That's no good. I'll have to fix that with maybe some white paint. It's not gonna come off any other way. Okay. So we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 base colors. And now let's see what happens when we do some magic right here. Start adding in some highlights. Let's color over everything with a bright color, but not all of it. You want to just try and stick to the white so you can, because if you color over all the, say like the purples completely and the blues completely, instead of just hitting the borders of them, you won't see as many transitions showing through. There'll be a lot of dull colors, dark colors, you know, but they will pop, just not quite as good. Looks like this one's going to do pretty good if I color the majority of it. You can see the tip of this, it's not really staining real bad from mixing. I don't know what it is, but these brush tip pens are pretty good about that. You know, they do a pretty good job of not mixing colors on the tips for some reason. And if you've never used brush tip pens, I suggest you give it a shot. I'm just going to do this. I try not to go over the same spot twice.